Hi guys, thanks for visiting my channel. Today's video is going to be short and sweet, but oh so tasty. Today we are going to be turning this, remember these guys, we canned them the other day, our herbed potatoes. We're going to be turning those into this deliciousness. You guys asked a lot of questions after I posted my herb potato video, and I got to thinking about things. I couldn't sleep last night, so I was thinking about the herb potatoes. We not only have potatoes that you could obviously just eat them as is, but I did mention you could mash them. So you not only have potatoes ready for mashing, you also have gravy. And I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but what I did is I took the broth that our potatoes were canned in and I turned it into gravy, and it is absolutely delicious. And I thought, and I also mentioned this in the potato video, the herb potato video, that this would be a great prep for Thanksgiving, and it truly is. Because it's all in one jar, it's all ready for you. Now I did have someone ask me if the potatoes need to be cooked more after canning or if they're ready to go. And I told her that they should be ready to go. I should preface that by saying it depends on how big you chunked your potatoes. And it's also going to depend on what kind of potato you used. White potatoes take a little bit longer to cook. Mine were on the larger side. I left mine larger. I did that intentionally because I didn't want them to break down much in my jar. So they could have cooked a little more. I did heat them through for about 10 minutes before mashing them, but they really could have been cooked just a little bit longer. But if you're cutting yours smaller, and you can cut them to the smallest you want them is 1/2 of an inch. So those during the canning process are going to be cooked more than potatoes that are left at 2 inches. So I apologize for just saying right away, yeah, they're ready to go. That's just going to depend on how tender you want your potatoes and how big they were when you canned them, if that makes sense. And then someone else asked me, she said she's canned potatoes before and she had a lot of starch in the bottom, and I wanted to show you I have no starch residue whatsoever from my potatoes. And she asked me what could be causing it. I think it has to have something to do with the type of potatoes that you use. Russets are not a good choice because they are very starchy. Yukon Gold are also very starchy. And I did talk a little bit about this in the canning video of the potatoes. This is why the National Center for Home Food Preservation and Ball both state that they recommend white potatoes. They can the best. They're low in starch. And upon doing further research, red potatoes are also less starchy and really good for canning. So if you're trying to can a potato that has a lot of starch, you're going to see more breakdown in your potatoes, and you will have that starchy sediment at the bottom of your jar. As you can see, I have absolutely none. All you can see is the stalk and my herbs. So anyway, I'm going to bring you along and show you how I do it. Okay guys, we are going to start by heating our potatoes, and I just opened my jar. We're going to heat them in the broth, stock, whatever you use. Just going to pour those in our pan and turn that up to a medium heat and let those heat through. When they heat through, we are going to mash them. I'm going to add butter and more salt and pepper if I need it, and some milk, and we're going to mash them. But before I mash them, I am going to drain the stock, and we're going to use the stock to make delicious gravy. Okay guys, I have heated my potatoes. I let them simmer for about 10 minutes. I just want to make sure they were thoroughly heated through, and I left my lid on so I wouldn't lose, none of my stock would evaporate. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to strain my stock back into my jar that they were canned in. You could use whatever you want to use, but I just want to strain off the stock. And then I'm going to turn these into yummy mashed potatoes. So I'm going to set aside my stock for my gravy. And to my potatoes, I am going to add, I have about 1/2 cup of milk, and I have 3 tablespoons of butter that I've heated. This is all however you like your mashed potatoes. I'm just going to start with a little bit to see how much I'm actually gonna need. I'm gonna pour some of that in. And I'm also going to add some roasted garlic powder. If you guys haven't tried this, this is really great because I love roasted garlic in my mashed potatoes. But we're doing things quick here, so I'm just gonna use my roasted garlic powder, but you could totally use real roasted garlic if you have some on hand. And then I'm just gonna start mashing my potatoes. You can use a potato masher. I always use an electric mixer. Okay, we are going to set those aside and we're going to start our gravy. Now you are going to want, and I have a video on homemade turkey gravy that you could reference if you'd like. I'm using the same method. So what you need is, for every cup of stock, you're going to want a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of flour to thicken it. You could also just pour your stock in a saucepan, and you could thicken it with a cornstarch slurry as well. But I'm going to use my butter and flour because I prefer that. So I'm gonna melt my butter down, and then we're going to add our flour, make a roux, and then our stock, and cook it until it gets nice and thick. Okay, we're ready to make our gravy. I've melted my tablespoon of butter, and to that, because I have just over a cup of stock from my potatoes. So I'm going to use the 1 tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to use about a tablespoon of flour as well. And then we're going to whisk this together and make a roux. If you're not familiar with making a roux, that's how you do it. And then we're going to let this cook for about a minute. We want to cook off the raw flour taste and really give a chance for the butter and the flour to combine. Okay, after about a minute, we're going to go ahead and add our stock. And whisk that. And we're going to turn our heat down to a simmer, and we're going to let that simmer for about 5 minutes. That'll give it time to thicken up, everything to combine, and then we'll give it a taste and see if we need to add any other seasonings. But look at that, those delicious herbs in that gravy. So good. Okay guys, thanks for watching today. I hope that this was insightful and helpful to those of you who are interested in the herb potatoes. You have lots of options for these guys. Another question that was asked of me is the stock. What should you use? I use chicken. I mentioned you could use vegetable, but beef would be delicious. Turkey would be delicious. You could use any stock to can them in, and it just adds so much flavor. And when you add that delicious flavor, you can turn it into delicious mashed potatoes and gravy. 2 for 1. How's that? Well, I appreciate you coming along with me today. If you have any further questions about canning the herb potatoes, leave them for me below. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the fun. And if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. I will see you next time. Have a great day.